Hey, do you struggle to stay porn-free while you're traveling on the road or maybe by yourself? This week I'm up away in Franklin, North Carolina for a friend's wedding in a couple days, and I thought it would make sense to maybe jump on here and share with you guys some of the tactics and strategies that have worked for me in the past, things that I'm still implementing, things that I've shared with others, just as far as how to stay porn-free while you're on the road, right? Because it can be very tempting, it can be very difficult when we're not in our regular environments, when we're not in our normal routines and schedules, and late at night when we're cooped up in the hotel room or maybe in the cabin, if we're away in a mountain, so to speak, we can find ourselves tempted and falling back into the same pattern. So I want to share with you 4 tips that I've used in my life, 4 tips that we've used with the men that we work with and coach through our program here at Rebuild Recovery. Before we do that, guys, real quick, just remind you who we are and what we do here. My name is Frank Rich, CEO, founder, and head coach at Rebuild Recovery, and it is our mission to help men become better men by quitting porn and rebuilding their lives. And we do that providing you daily videos, tactics, strategies, tips, mindset principles to remove pornography out of your life, but more importantly, step into life and become the man that you were created to be. So these tips, guys, these are things that I believe will help you in your recovery. I believe they'll help you in life. They'll help you in unlocking maybe a deeper purpose, maybe help you in unlocking more meaning in life. But more importantly, man, if you're struggling with porn, begin to practice these, whether you're traveling or you're just spending a lot of time by yourself. And the first one is not something I'm actually practicing this weekend. I'm here by myself in a cabin up in Franklin, North Carolina, but I've used this in the past. And it's traveling with an accountability partner. Not your wife, spouse, but maybe you're on a business trip and, in the past you've got the Airbnb or you got the hotel room by yourself because you like the private time. You like being able to, shack up in the hotel room late at night, consume your favorite videos and favorite materials. But traveling with an accountability partner, having somebody in the room with you, having somebody constantly there with you, is going to inject the accountability that you need. I've done this in the past for myself with traveling to conferences and business events, and many of the mentors and men that I look up to still practice this today in their life. We're talking about guys that are running multi-million-dollar businesses and have the means to stay wherever they want. They'll forcefully and intentionally stay with somebody in their room just to hold them accountable. Now, second tip here is if you're not traveling with somebody else, try getting a place that doesn't have Wi-Fi access. That's my situation currently. It wasn't what I thought I was getting into. I thought I was going to have Wi-Fi or at least the ability to connect to a hotspot in my place, but it's a little bit different than what I originally thought I was getting. So here I am, and I run multiple businesses, have multiple team members that I need to stay in touch with on a daily basis, but I'm able to do it. I'm able to do it from a cabin with no internet. I'm able to do it from a cabin with no wireless, no cell signal. Now I'm having to work from a Starbucks the vast majority of the day, but I would probably assume that you don't need to be connected to the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you believe that you do, you're probably lying to yourself. And that's not to tell you that you're not important. I think we all, can thrive off of what the world and the internet can provide to us. But thinking that we need to be connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is just a false belief. And it's probably holding you back from breaking through. So travel with an accountability partner, or if not, try to find a place that has no Wi-Fi access, no internet, just where you can't connect, right? That still can get your work done through a Starbucks or coffee shop throughout the day. The third tip here is to try to stay as consistent in your daily routines as possible. What I'm talking about here is your morning and evening routines. Are you somebody that wakes up early and has a morning routine? Gratitude, prayer, maybe getting a workout in, maybe getting a walk in. Try to stay as consistent with that as possible when you're on the road. Try to stay as consistent with your wake up time. If you normally wake up at 5:30, but you're traveling, wake up at 5:30 while you're traveling. Not only is this going to help you in staying consistent in your routines, but this is treating your body well. This is taking care of you. You only have this one body, and your body loves to operate on a 24-hour cycle, loves to operate in consistency. So travel with somebody, bring an accountability partner with you, stay in a place that maybe doesn't have Wi-Fi access or internet connection. And then thirdly is stay in your routine and as consistent with your daily habits as possible. The fourth one is when you're traveling, you're obviously in a new city, you're in a new town. Be intentional about connecting with 3 to 5 people in the new city or town that you're traveling into. And here's what this is going to do. Man, what is happening when we're running to pornography late at night? We're seeking connection. We're seeking relationship. We're seeking intimacy at some level. Yes, there's the element of dopamine, there's a sexual release, there's all these other things, but a part of us is seeking the connection with another human being. Well, if when we're traveling, we can be intentional about connecting with new people, find out how they enjoyed living in the city. Here I am, I'm in Franklin, North Carolina. I've never been here before, but it's been raining nonstop. And I couldn't figure out why. Well, here we go. I find out yesterday by talking with a woman sitting at the coffee shop next to me that Franklin, North Carolina is a tempered rainforest. Would have never known that if I didn't approach this woman and just engage in a conversation with her. Another individual I met at a coffee shop yesterday moved here to open up a second Starbucks. So it's crazy. Franklin has one Starbucks right now. And they brought this young woman in to oversee the operations from this current location, get trained up so that she could then go on and open up a new store and have the second Starbucks in Franklin. But you see how the intentionality behind connecting with people brought joy into my life and brought joy into their life. And there was no need to go seek out connection later on in the day. So the 4 tips, guys, is bring an accountability partner, stay with somebody that's going to hold you accountable to what you're doing. If you can't do that, stay in a place, stay in a hotel, Wi-Fi free Airbnb with no internet access. Thirdly, stay in consistent routine as much as possible, your morning routine, your evening routine. And fourthly, try to connect with 3 to 5 people intentionally in the new place that you're visiting, in a new city, a new town. Guys, I hope this video helped you. If it did, drop a comment down there below. Let us know the biggest takeaway. What's the biggest tip? What's the biggest strategy that's gonna help you in staying porn free, but most importantly, becoming the man that you know you're created to be. Guys, I love you. Frank Chris from Recovery. I'll see you on the other side.